smooch in here. Bring in your mic. Mic check 1 2.
Check. Check 1, check 2.
Well,
am live. Oh no, you start.
Yeah, you started.
I was gonna go.
I mean, you're working well this weekend, so
I'm getting paid for it.
But there's our sponsor right there. Craig, you're in camera 4. Yeah.
Got it.
Shaking it. So, just like that, we're rolling. Is it good? The light good there? I think we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Action. So, Tim, who I'm sitting next to, this is Tim Schneider. We are here. We are still live at Barber Vintage Fest number 20 on the Isle of Triumph. And my father and my brother have come to support me this weekend.
Full support.
Full support, not only in person, but this individual has been helping me along the way as I've had my podcast. He's a big consumer podcast, so he's always giving me insight, sharing helpful tips and tricks, and then other people that do it well as reference. And so, how many of all my episodes, like, are you caught up? Where are you at in the mix?
I'm up all the way.
Really?
The last one. I don't know actually if it goes in order of what you post, or if it's actually just how Spotify releases it. But it was the interview of the girl, and I draw Kai. Maybe is what's
Kelly.
Kelly.
That's pretty recent. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one that I have on my released from Spotify.
So that was the Kelly Yazdi, a good friend.
Yeah.
She was the most recent release, but I actually recorded that in August because legally we weren't allowed to. You boys,
the attorneys.
Not to get, yeah.
I was curious if you actually had to run it through her. She had to make her attorney
100%.
listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dicey games.
And ChatGPT said it was A-okay.
Oh, yeah.
I downloaded the whole transcript. I said, hey, is anything...
So you can get sued and you'll just put chat as your defense.
Yeah, likely.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll fly.
Oh.
Well, to all my friends at home, this is in fact my brother, the taller, more svelte version of me. And like I said, he's been listening to all my podcasts. But for those that don't know you, why don't you give us just a little introduction of who you are and some of your background?
Okay. My name is Tim Schneider, Sam's older brother. I am a husband to an amazing wife, a father to 3 awesome kids.
Shout out to Casey.
Go Casey, go kids. They are rocking it at home right now while I'm out here at Barber hanging out with Pops and Uncle Sam. So run a little bit of a real estate empire.
Ooh.
Not really, but it's fun to say that. And commercial real estate broker in Southwest Florida. That's it. That's my whole life summed up.
In a nutshell, yeah. When I was going to say, like, you're one of my first family guests, but that's not true. I actually did a pod with your kids.
Yeah, it's probably episode number 3, I think. You just
one of my best.
Still is.
Yeah.
Still is. Suck it, Yazdi. The kids crushed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because sometimes when I get into conversations with people I know real well, it's almost a hang up because I already know the answer. And so to ask a leading question seems kind of inauthentic to me. However, in this experience, I feel you are uniquely positioned to share a little insight about what you've kind of seen this start as its latest iteration. Like, how's it going? And how am I doing, Tim? Because honestly, like, I don't get a lot of feedback about my show.
Yeah.
I get invited to places to do my show, but is that because people just want me to do this and be me wherever?
Right.
Or are people actually enjoying the content, the conversations I'm having?
Yeah, that's a great question. Obviously your life path has been varied and atraditional. I say that though, it seems like everybody is trying to do a podcast or be an influencer or whatever these days. But I think the way that you have sort of created your own life and gone about it is extremely unique and more authentic to who you are. Not necessarily just, we're at a motorcycle show, but not just that, and not just the acting or the stunts or whatever it may be, but you actually care about people. And I think 99% of this podcast and what you're doing now is just about connecting people. And it's actually just about getting to know people better. Simply, you're sitting out there talking for 10 minutes to a guy who hawks bacon. Like, it's crazy.
I do love bacon.
It's amazing. But it's one of those things where it's not simply just a I'm trying to get myself out there and I'm trying to be, the number one guy and I want to be known. And it's more of, no, I actually truly want to develop better relationship with new people. And I want to expand, the connections that we can all have for the better, I think, of a lot of things. So, no, I think the show that you're doing is really cool. I love the content. I love the people you have on here are varied enough that everybody brings something different, unique to the table, whether it's through motorcycles or through acting or just through their own life experiences. The dude who did the Porsches, that he was like making them like off road. It's one of my favorite episodes so far, and it honestly makes me want to go by because we're small story, but at Barber, I came here with a buddy to do the Porsche track experience, and it was sick. And I literally left there thinking, I want to own a Porsche now. And then listening to that, I'm like, oh, now I want to own a Porsche, but make it off road so I can rip through the forest. Like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, it's cool to just kind of watch how you're continuing to develop this and grow it.
Well, selfishly, because I have your ear, part of my frustration is in that, like you described, the people and the conversations are what I'm after. And I don't know if that's cart before the horse in the scenario of what the show is doing. It's like, I'm not playing, it's not a polarizing show. I'm not getting those clicks because of that type of thing. But equally, it's like when I'm having these folks on, I feel since they are so varied, which I think is a long-term play, it's better because it is diverse. It also limits me because, you might be interested in all of it and like can appreciate the conversation as it's presented. But some people are like, oh, I'm not into motorcycles, not for me. Or I'm not into stunts or the film business, not for me. And so then it kind of, the opposite of pigeonholes me, just like dilutes me, or I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I don't know if my conversations are so stand out that they can stand alone against being a specific type of it's a weightlifting podcast.
Yeah. Do you think those people would tune out other podcasts similar though? Or do you think they'd go, well, I don't like health, so I won't listen to Huberman, or I don't care about business, so I'm not going to listen to Founders, or do you think this is the same kind of mindset that they have?
I honestly don't know because, like I said,
You're not getting the
I'm
feedback.
not getting any feedback, and so I just keep doing it with the hopes that the response is being received. I mean, I have such a great network of individuals that I have good relationship with, the same way that I've developed these on this couch, that I'm invited to participate in such a way. And so even if on a surface level they're saying or seeing the work I put out and just trusting that the conversation is going well, are they even listening to it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think it's one of those things where you almost can't care.
Yeah.
And you almost, and I know this may seem anti-business, but I think it's actually more business focused than anything, is you can't care about what they're hearing or seeing. And it's more about, are you just content with the quality that you're producing? Yeah. And are you going in the direction that you are proud of? And if it's something that you actually attach to and that you can look down a year from now and look back on all these past episodes and go, I got more out of that than I put into it, I think everybody else will actually pick up on that and go, I actually got more out of that too. And it's not because I'm not into motorcycles, which I don't have a motorcycle. I don't ride motorcycles. It goes to the people. We all have some internal connection here that you can always pull something out of. And so I think that's kind of the greater truth of the whole deal. So I know that's not a clear-cut answer of like, yeah, no, I think you get viewership up by 20% if you do X, Y, or Z, but it's...
Well, and truly, I will say to my credit, I do this because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's fun for me. Setting up the trailer's fun for me. With Meg, the same. Like we treat this like our art, that we get to, showcase ourselves and our personalities, but then have somebody come in and feel fun in this space and then have a good conversation that they otherwise wouldn't. Oftentimes the people I have on have never done a podcast. And so I don't know if they don't engage with individuals like they do with me, but I feel like we have some interesting dialogues that they just probably don't ever have.
Yeah. I think it's a lot easier for somebody to come into your trailer, as weird as that sounds, and actually have a real conversation with you instead of getting up on that stage and having some guy in front of 50 other people dig into their life. Like, you're not going to dig into some guy's life story up there because it's too open. It's tough for somebody to actually open up and be a little bit vulnerable in a specific spot. Versus here, like on the couch, these are people in front of a glass window we watch just walk by and looking in, but I can actually have a real conversation here. So especially when you actually do it like in your real studio, like I think that really makes a big impact.
Yeah. Well, and I really hope, at least how I handle the conversations, that, individuals like yourself or anyone, that they can glean something of offering for them to that serves them in some capacity. And with the conversations being so diverse, I'm like, somebody out there's got to like this in some way. It's got to help something. No, but I do enjoy it. But getting paid to do it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I guess the figure that part out.
I'm in the pay to play, except I am paying to play.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing it maybe a little backwards in that sense.
No, I don't think so, because I think once the content drives the viewership, it's going to be an authentic viewership. Versus if you were getting paid to play, you would be playing based on those clicks, and then that would drive your content. So if you you had I don't know, Instagram, TikToks, or whatever you put out there, but the post of you like on the motorcycle on the beach,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, that like went off, like, yeah, cool, you got a bunch of clicks, and then it's like, are those people really caring, or they just watched a cool video, or like, are those really your fans? I think it's the same thing here. Like, if you put out content that, you know, the Diary of a CEO, you ever listen to that guy?
when you send it.
Got it. So sharp guy, he's British, interviews all these like crazy people.
He started out super direct, but now he talks to everybody.
Exactly.
Right.
And you look at his stuff, and every single thing is like super clickbaity. It's like, never eat this ever again, and it's like a thumbnail of this, and I'm like, I used to listen to the guy all the time. I can't listen to him anymore because I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm just getting sold something. So he's lost it because he's pursuing like, no, I need to get top viewership. I want to get 1 million views or a billion views or whatever it may be.
So you're saying by the fact that I have no idea who's watching my show, and there's no metric that really tells me otherwise, I'm doing a good job.
I think so. I think it's guiding you in a better direction, because you're going, which one did I get more out of? Which interview actually took me in a better direction?
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel that? How many have you done so far?
Probably 90.
Good Lord. All right. So
91. Look at us.
Hey. I mean, out of the 90, you can tell me like, I really enjoyed these 30. These 30 were fine, and then these 30, meh, right?
Well, so what I find is in situations like this, like if I'm in my basement, I've sought somebody out, or there's something presented that like has organically been like, yeah, let's come by and we'll just talk about it. And so then that's fun. Instances like this where I'm out and we're just hanging out, inevitably I'll talk to somebody that they just walk up in relation to something, and oh, so-and-so told me to come over here. And I don't think it serves me to just say, oh, I don't think you're interesting.
Yeah.
And so I sit down and I have a conversation that maybe I didn't seek out. I find, interest in all of it, but at the same time, at that point, I'm like, I don't know who this is for, but we're just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
I try to think, in terms like Joe Rogan, who I've never listened to his stuff, but I've just seen his show count, and his show count's in the thousands.
Yeah.
And so he may be quite successful currently, but there were several thousand before he was, or 100, or whenever that hit. And so whenever I do anything, even if it's not something that I'm like, oh, maybe I was there's been a couple I've been pretty tuned up, and I don't think I did my best work. Like, did you listen to the one with the marketing director of Honda?
You gotta give more context than that.
So it was at an event called Small Bore, and he came, and he's like, he's a corporate dude for Honda. He's very, he's here doing work.
Fit and polished and ready to go, yeah.
Yeah, and he says, all right, well, first thing, which was 8 a.m. on a Friday after, the night, where me and the boys were all having a good time, and Meg's cousin, who's now my cousin, we're sleeping in the trailer. I'm waking up covered in, no lie, like 1,000, whatever the beetle they have out here on the grounds, they all found their way inside. Nice. I woke up covered in thousands of those things. I was wildly hungover. Yeah. The dude shows up at 8:01, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I have a 45-minute conversation with the head of Honda.
Right.
That I, at some point, looked at him and I go, oh my gosh, Honda does Civics and generators. And I'm thinking we're at a motorcycle event. That's all I'm thinking of. He goes, that's right, Sam. I was like, oh.
That's right. Billions of dollars in sales. And I'm in your trailer.
So that to say, though, I think all the conversations are of value, and I think they all serve me, and I'm eager to have them. I again selfishly keep asking you, like you have a crystal ball or something like that. Like, hey, how long do I have to do this? That I think I'm doing it pretty well, but that it'll be no longer an echo chamber of self-delusion, but ROI, cash and checks.
I can't tell you that. 5 years. 5 years. So
I've been at it.
You have how long?
I've been at it for 2 years to this event.
Awesome. You only got 3 more to go. So,
woo!
Yeah. And then it'll.
Lena, Avery, Laird, I'd be coming so hard with presents at all the holidays and stuff. But you see where my money goes, which is to thrift store couches.
Yeah.
And sweating to the
These
oldies.
nice blankets you got here to cover them up. And no, I mean it's one of those things where every one of these you're honing and crafting
Yeah.
your deal more, and you're trying to really figure out. I think you just continue to navigate to figure out which way you got to go.
Oh, how much does it throw you off when I get up mid show and like
Fix that light. So I think everybody's OCD was freaking out on it. Yeah,
so bright coming to the front?
it's gonna ruin all of our YouTube clips now because we don't have Spotlight 2 on me.
I know.
Shit, your light.
Look at Craig down there ruining our audio. You'll get your time.
He's pacing. He's pacing nervously.
Yeah. Does he think I'm gonna put him under the magnifying glass
I
or
think
something?
so. Tell me about our childhood. We don't remember it.
I can't remember anything. All right. Well, getting the focus and attention off of me, let's talk about me again.
Yeah.
So
Well,
when
no, keep going.
we've had the pleasure of being brothers for my 38 years, right? You're alive.
All 38 years.
You've
Yeah,
been
we've
there,
been
man.
brothers.
But you work in a very traditional commercial real estate space.
Yeah.
You operate on these long-term deals, big boxes, big numbers, and it's all Greek to me. That said, we haven't had the opportunity along the way too often to play together. One time we did.
Mm.
And it was in this fun experience. And I bring it up just because, like I would with any other guest, just finding relevant conversation that you know mucho about. And that was the deal we did. And if I understand terms of commercial real estate, the deal is never done. And things just always kind of hang out in this weird nebulous universe.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and so connecting all the dots for me was the film business I operated. Trillith is a film studio in Fayetteville, in next to Atlanta, Georgia, and so they'd produce a ton of Marvel movies, and DC's now moved in with James Gunn. I was in Peacemaker there. I was in any number of films that I can't think of right now. But it's a huge studio, and I had the opportunity through relationship with the president, vice president, to present a package for something that I thought was going to be so cool, relevant to all my things, and that was our first kind of foray into attempt into a commercial real estate deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd it go? How did I do?
It went just like
All of
I'd
them?
say 85% of commercial real estate deals, which
Okay.
it did not end in a deal. It's as simple as that. I mean, you talk about being in a trailer in a studio for 2 years, putting out content and wondering
Yeah.
where it goes. That is my life consistently of, I think I just worked on something for 2 years and it absolutely imploded and I walked away with $0. Yeah, it checks out. It checks out. So it's the same deal. It's just a different medium, if you will, of artwork. So the Trilith deal was interesting. It was by far one of the most exciting ones I've been on just because of the people involved.
Yeah.
The network was incredible. The people we got to kind of rub elbows with and talk and brainstorm and develop and deal with. I think it was just wrong place, wrong time.
And that's a majority of commercial real estate deals. Is just like it makes sense to one, not the other, but then the shoe drops.
Yeah, but this was more than just a real estate deal. This was a full-blown venture, and I think that was the part of it where, you know, you had an amazing idea. I was trying to strap some sort of legitimate, like, here's a business model, and here's how you can structure it, and here's how real estate is applied.
One, to his credit, I ask a bunch of questions, and I only ask what I don't know, and so then he presents information that's obvious in his industry, and I say something stupid, and he goes, well, this, and then I have more questions, and so he kind of gave me a crash course in commercial development, and we had the aid of Mr. Miracle, so that was helpful.
Very helpful. Very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it just it didn't work out, and I still think something like that is extremely doable. But it's if you're the billionaire that has an open checkbook and can absolutely like throw money away. I mean, I'm sure he's listening to this podcast right now.
That's my subscriber.
Sam's at badbeard.com.
.com.
Just
There you go.
reach out. But other than that, it's like these are all passion projects for you and I, and it's like, yeah, I'd love to get that started, but every one of them starts with a massive check. Or how do you start it small and grow it? And right now, I mean,
Yeah.
we got a nice little setup right here. We'd probably create something out of this, but
Yeah. So that's not something I wasn't familiar with as well until I took the walk with you on that, learned about your coffee cart, that guy that was into that business,
Yeah.
but then into your next iteration with the kind of restaurant bar down in Fort Myers, downtown Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is also just developing businesses. It's not just like you have the box, but then you're like, how do we best utilize this to then keep the renter happy? You are the renter, or like, what is how does your brain get to play with those type of moves?
Yeah. Well, right now, I mean, I've promised my wife to never get involved in a restaurant or bar.
Yeah.
Because that always seems to be the death knell for a lot of people. It's just a whole different industry.
Spending a little too much time up there, getting
yeah.
your name on a seat.
What you doing up there, counting all the dollars all the time? So it's more of a, how do you create something that people want to be involved with and want to go to and experience? And if you own real estate, you need to make sure your tenant is happy and being extremely successful, so they want to continue to stay there and just develop further. So
you just find yourself in conversations with business owners that you're like, tell me about your business. Let me see if this makes sense. And you go, I like that business and I see opportunity in it for myself.
Ideally, yeah, that's where it would go.
Okay.
But not so much right now, but ideally stuff like that would present itself.
Weird time in the...
Yeah, it's, we're coming off a soft market. It was hot for post-COVID. We're in Southwest Florida, so a big boom, and a lot of people came down, and a lot of growth happened. And then, everybody got a little too crazy, and now we're in the hangover phase, and everybody's going, I can't pay all those prices. So, and you got businesses who grew too fast are starting to struggle, and so we're kind of this weird phase of, can we pick up steam again and get back to our normal business line? So,
what would have to happen?
More people keep showing up, which they do, and I think just time. It just takes time for things to kind of get digested in the overall system.
Well, where do you find all this abundance of patience? Because we came from the same stock, except I seem to lack.
No, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably because I've been grinding on this thing for how long I've been in the industry.
Ever.
20 years, 15 years? No, 18 years.
A little BTS for the kids at home. It is from my perspective and vantage point that the brother I grew up with until when was Lena born? Our little Lena Bean was born, and then I got a new brother. And I've had this guy ever since. And then he got, they were going to have one more kid. And then they had twins. That's awesome.
Woo.
Yeah. And so then even more so, this new guy I hang out with is this wildly measured man. Between him and his wife, Meg and I have so much respect for you guys because of how you guys operate your little unit, your troop. Because it's with such grace and care, and every child is going to have tantrums all the same, but the way you guys patiently work through it without reaction is how I see you handle business and how I see all things. And I don't know, I equate it to when she entered the world, because I wouldn't know how you did it otherwise. But two different dudes for sure. And
yeah.
Meg will agree with that too. But
yeah,
so
that's interesting.
If you guys meet this guy and you're like, "Oh yeah, your brother's great. He's great now." No, he's always been great. But
he's a real turd earlier though.
No, it's fun to see though that this new guy that you're this new phase, and I'm always looking for those same shifts in myself that I can, never settle and always want to just grow as an individual. And I do applaud and appreciate you for that reflection, so I don't just get lazy and all the same.
It's like the saying. What is it? It's something with. Be patient with investment, but be quick to act or something like that. So basically don't sit back on your laurels and not do anything. Is that me? Oh man, that's so terrible.
Deals got to be done, guys.
Should I answer that? That'd be terrible. But it's the idea of like, you don't sit around waiting for something to happen. You are constantly moving forward and constantly trying to push the ball forward. But it's not an expectation of like, I'm going to get something done and it's going to produce immediately. It's no, I'm just going to continue to grind. And I know that it's going to pay off in the long run. So yeah. I think I've begun to take more of that approach in life, just in general. Like, life is short, but it can also be extremely long if we continue to work through it. So I don't know.
A little left, a little right.
Zig when they zag?
Yeah. Keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise.
Oh. I was going to say the navigational beacons. I'm not sure the mustard and the mayonnaise.
You went Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I just went highway vibes. Mustard and mayonnaise is the dotted yellow,
Oh,
and then the white one on the
motorcycle
side.
lingo. Motorcycle lingo.
Car. It could be a Porsche. Stay
You
between those.
You go so fast, you can't even see color.
This is one solid line.
It's just a solid line.
Oh boy. Well, we've been chatting for 25, 29, and this has been fun. But I hope that this could happen again, because we are so patiently waiting for the opportunity to continue to be bestowed.
Yeah, I'll be
Give me,
episode 182.
That's the idea. Well, and then this is usually the time of the show that I let people shout out, but you're
Yeah.
talking to yourself because you're the one that listens to the show.
Me and Mom. Mom, if you want to look me up on socials, I don't have any.
Nana!
So,
Hey!
I don't know.
My brother's got an Android, guys. You're not going to find him on socials.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Very anti-everything.
Well, then, rather than shouting out socials or whatever, give me my...
Lena, Laird, Avery, love you guys.
Yeah! I didn't even prompt that.
Casey, you're the best.
Yeah, we always shout you out.
Yeah.
We love you guys. And so, again, selfishly, give me and my listeners one piece of advice. It doesn't need to be specific to me.
I thought the whole show's been nothing but advice. Let's say, I was going to say keep it between the navigational
Grandpa,
beacons.
what'd you say?
Yeah, Opa. I don't know, man. We're at a motorcycle. Keep on living.
What was something cute? What was one of the last pieces of advice you gave one of your kids?
Oh, God. I think we gave advice. What did we say? Let's probably try and catch a football. And I was like, no, you got to keep your hands like this. We're very basic.
Was that it?
There's no life lessons. No, we're straight up.
All right.
Yeah. I'll think of something better for 182, but
I'll just clip it in at the back end of this. All right. Well, I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming up and supporting me here in Birmingham, Alabama.
yeah.
Home of Isle of Triumph here. Barber Vintage Fest, year 20. See you at Christmas.
Yeah. I'll be around.
I'll be back.
All right, cool. See you.
All right.
Loved it.
That was fun.
Oh, and this part. This is the best part because you don't cut it. I always love the banter at the end. And they're like, did I do a good job? And you're like, yeah, man, that's awesome. You nailed it.
No, I always go, what do you think? And then they go, oh, that was fun. That's what I'm
That's the reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was fun. Thank